In the frozen wilderness of North America, where the winters stretch endlessly and isolation can gnaw at the edges of sanity, there is a story that has haunted indigenous cultures for centuries. It speaks of the Wendigo, a creature that stalks the cold, barren landscapes in search of flesh to devour. But the Wendigo is more than just a monster of folklore. It is a symbol, a warning, and in some cases, even a diagnosis. Beneath its grotesque appearance and terrifying hunger lies one of the most chilling aspects of its legend. The Wendigo can infect not just the body, but the mind. The Wendigo is often described as a towering, skeletal figure, its emaciated body stretched and deformed as if starvation itself had molded it. Its skin is pale, stretched tightly over its bones, and its eyes glow with a ravenous hunger. In some versions of the tale, it has a deer-like skull for a head, crowned with jagged antlers, blending human and animal features into something deeply unnatural. The Wendigo is said to carry the stench of decay, and its very presence turns the air cold. But what makes this creature truly horrifying is how it comes into being, and how it can affect those who encounter it. According to Algonquin-speaking indigenous peoples of Canada and the northern United States, the Wendigo is not born, but made. A person becomes a Wendigo when they give in to extreme desperation and resort to cannibalism, often during times of famine or isolation in the harsh winter wilderness. The act of consuming human flesh invites a malevolent spirit to take over, transforming the individual into a Wendigo, a being cursed with an insatiable hunger for more human flesh. No matter how much it eats, the Wendigo remains forever starving, a physical representation of greed and moral decay. But the Wendigo legend doesn't stop at physical transformation. It is also tied to a psychological condition known as Wendigo psychosis, a rare cultural syndrome reported among some indigenous groups. Wendigo psychosis is said to occur when a person develops an intense craving for human flesh, even when other food is available. Those afflicted may experience extreme paranoia, hallucinations, and a fear that they are turning into a Wendigo themselves. This condition often arises in extreme isolation, where hunger and fear can warp the mind. While some researchers debate whether Wendigo psychosis is a real medical phenomenon or a cultural interpretation of mental illness, the stories surrounding it highlight the deep psychological impact of the Wendigo legend. The Wendigo's ability to drive its victims into madness is one of the most unsettling aspects of its lore. Stories tell of people who, even without resorting to cannibalism, feel the Wendigo's presence creeping into their minds. They become consumed by paranoia and dread, hearing whispers on the wind that urge them to commit unspeakable acts. In this way, the Wendigo becomes more than a physical threat. It is a psychological predator, feeding on the fear and desperation of those who are vulnerable. The Wendigo legend served as a moral lesson for the indigenous communities who told these stories. In the harsh northern wilderness, survival depended on cooperation and trust. The Wendigo represented what happens when someone abandons these values, giving in to greed, selfishness, or betrayal. The stories warned against the dangers of isolation, the breaking of taboos, and the consequences of prioritizing individual survival over the well-being of the community. Over time, the Wendigo has become a staple of popular culture, appearing in literature, films, and television. Algernon Blackwood's 1910 short story, The Wendigo, introduced the creature to Western audiences, and it has since appeared in everything from Stephen King's Pet Sematary to the 2021 film Antlers. These modern depictions often emphasize the Wendigo's antlers, skeletal form, and its ability to drive its victims into madness, turning it into a powerful symbol of humanity's darkest impulses. What makes the Wendigo so enduring is its dual nature. It is both a monster and a reflection of human vulnerability, a creature born not just of hunger, but of desperation and greed. It represents the thin line between survival and moral collapse, between humanity and the animalistic instincts lurking beneath. Even today, the legend of the Wendigo lingers, particularly in regions where the winters are harsh and the forests seem endless. When the wind howls through the trees on a cold night, some say it carries the whispers of the Wendigo, a reminder of what lies at the edge of desperation. With its antlers casting jagged shadows and its hunger infecting both the body and mind, the Wendigo remains one of the most haunting figures in folklore.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to the channel so you never miss any new content.